Okay. Okay, thank you for joining me live, and for those joining this in the archive. Just just take a seat. The masterclass will take about an hour. We will go through it in a version of a light transmission. So we'll go through the stages of grounding into your body, being guided by either light language or my team through visual guidance and scene. We're just bringing in the people that have thought about joining the masterclass but are not here with me live. Bringing us into a beautiful circuit of light, which is so nice. Just practice what it feels like to be monitoring your breath as it's going in and out of your body, what it's affecting with your thoughts or how it feels in your head. Quite often when we are bringing through energy and circuits for awareness, we're consciously creating a connection with source energy. We can get quite full in the head. So we want to allow that to move through our body and not be trapped up in the head. Which is where our ears start blocking and echoing. Just take my rings off. So bringing in some awareness with our body for grounding. There's a sense where I feel like I've caught you in ongoing motion and I've just stopped you. So your breath or your actions or your thoughts were busy on something, and now my team and I are together, we have just picked you up and just, come on, let's just sit still for a bit. And meanwhile, when that happens, there's that part of us that continues to rush forward, but your physical form is stopped, but your energies, your thoughts, your processes, your desires is all rushing ahead with your plans and creations. Everything is so fast moving, it's very hard to disconnect ourselves from what is happening in our life, with the people in our life, with our goals and desires. So when we come to sit, it can be a bit disconcerting for a little bit. It's what I'm seeing is, and what I've been seeing the last few days, the Hekia is going through crossroads again. We're meeting ourselves at a changing precipice of our life. We're going to change directions, and it's, instead of going into the ego mind matter of, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know what it is, and we freak out a little bit in the unknown. What I'm being shown is a dirt road in farmland in the countryside. And so we're seeing nature, we're seeing the sky, we can feel the open air around us. So they're planting us in a space of calmness, a space of openness. And you'll soon feel yourself that was rushing forward before is now just come back in. It's like my team and your team have scooped all your pieces up and brought you back to your bodysuit so you can be whole in this energetic container, this energetic vessel of light. as you walk this pathway. Ndalalaha chikaterere ki tarara kai terere ki. Hayalalalaha kai terere herere ki tarara kai terero kumanananaha kai. Hayalalalaha chikaterere here ki. Dalalalaha katerere ki. Hayalalalaha kai terere herere ki tarara kai terero kumananahi ki dalalalaha kai. Hayalalaha kai. So start to feel your feet on the ground. Hayalalaha chikate denene kia. It could be quite comfortable for some of you where you are seated almost like watching a movie where you are seated on a bench or you're seated in your seat now. So you're still feeling your present awareness, but you're viewing this scene in front of farmland, of countryside, of trees in the distance, and you're hearing the birds and you're feeling the breeze and you're seeing the wide dirt road, but you're seated witnessing your spirit self or witnessing your scene from your team that is showing you as you can move forward, and they're creating this calm, beautiful sense that it's okay. You can just watch. You don't need to do. You can just sit and rest and watch and recuperate on the place where you are presently seated now, watching this vision play out in front of you. Dalala hakai hiriki, dalala hachkatera hakai tara hatakate, hayalalala hachkateriki. And as this sense of being comfortable in yourself starts to have more resonance in your bodysuit, it's instead of you walking into something, it's coming at you. It's moving towards you. So you don't need to feel that fear of stepping out of where you are. You don't need to feel the fear of stepping out and into the unknown. You can just stay where you are in your bodysuit and it will come to you. So as you're seated and you're having the vision come wave through you, you're seeing more vista in the distance getting closer, the trees getting closer, the road. You may start to feel and hear the noise of your feet on the road. You're still settling into your body, so you're still coming back. You're still grounding into being still in transmission for this grounding. As we bring in all the different pieces of you where your mind has been busy out there. And quite often our mind gets busy out there on projects of the imagining and they're not real. They're all imagining. We haven't actioned anything to ground it through. We're still in the what ifs this happened or what if that happened. It's not been actioned. It's not truth yet. It hasn't formed. So we're letting go all the worries and the doubts and the fears are just drifting away because they were run with ego mind thoughts. They weren't real. They didn't happen. And for myself, the throat, how we communicate as we ground in, there'll be different parts of your body that if we correlate them with your energy centers, your chakras, there'll be different stages in your bodysuit that you'll feel a rebalancing, a recalibration. For me, it's my throat. Are you remembering the rest of our body? Not just our head. We've been carrying these thoughts and goals in. We're remembering the rest of us, so we have to travel down our bodysuit. We have to travel through our thoughts. Our voice, the creative centers, the heart space, the communication with others, our sense of self, our lumbar, our pelvis, our root, down our legs and into our feet. So we've just gently met all the different chakras, gently met our bodysuit, bringing all of our thoughts back in from busy to coming back. We're now starting to feel like piecing you back together in your body. So energy, physical, mindset, the energetics of you going out to others or others connecting into you, they're slowly going to separate away. You might feel like a vibrational hum, boom, boom, that may be in timing with your heartbeat, but it may be slightly slower as source is trying to calm you down, encouraging you to think at a different beat. So then they interrupt the beat within, so it gives the mind something to focus on and let go of what's not real. It has to come back to the body. Just bringing in a different aspect to distract you, to distract the mind. And then you're home, and it's just like this joy that radiates out from you. So while it's just calm and swirly, allow yourself to tap back into the vision of the countryside, the farmland, the road, the crossroads, the vista of the trees. But now you're easily in it as an energetic self. There's no distortion between your mind being a part of it now. It's just all of you as your whole body suit, and your creator energies are now in it. So therefore it is real. Therefore it is true. You are on the road. Hareki tararakai. Hayalalala hachkateriki tararakai. You could be seated on a bench seat. You could be having a picnic in the grass. You could be lying on a hillside watching the clouds. You could be playing in the dirt in the road, making finger pictures in the dirt. Get some physiological movement of you in this space. Activating your DNA strands to feel it differently in your physical body, because you are all mind, body, light in this space. Just calmly find your comfortable place in this scene. Practice your breath going through your body so you can get the true awareness of being there, allowing it to activate your bodysuit, which then gives you the true resonance of what is real and what is not, what is light and what is story, what is your frequency and what is the memory of someone else's communication with you. It all goes home. What is not your source, your frequency, is going home. And it's going home with love and light and truth and awareness for the other connection to that frequency to understand and develop their own resourcefulness to find balance in their own life that does not need to be operated by you. That a care, just moving it out. You may find that sort of veil of paradigm shifting within your physical senses where it just either you or the other energies, no, I'm not ready. Are you? That's fine. They can go home. You are taken care of. Your team is here. You are here. Your source light, your spirit self is here with you. Tararihiki tararakai. Hayalalala hakai ririki. Come back into the crossroads, the countryside, the setting. And each time you come back in after releasing out, you're a bit more familiar with it. And therefore, with your breath and your awareness, you're also becoming more aware of your energy centers, your chakras. You're becoming more aware of different body parts that you care, aware of different senses and physical awareness of thoughts and emotions that are just drifting away. And you get deeper and deeper and more wholesomeness in how you feel in yourself, that you can relax, you can be at peace. There's no need to worry. You can trust the process. You can trust our teams. You can trust your energy field, your pot of light, your source light field that is getting bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger, it'll start to release off from that true physical connection to your spinal column, where it just releases off, and then your bodysuit can feel free within your own circle of light, which again, for me, my throat starts to play up again, that communication as I go through my own stories. So a part of your body might start to ache or change. You get more sensation with a different correlation to the chakra, to the bodysuit. Just notice it. That you can know and feel and trust the process, that you're looked after, that you're held. This is a beautiful healing process to release, to clear away, to give yourself space. Just feeling your energy fields move and breathe as you relax in whatever scene it is for you in this field, this road. As we're guiding the energy in to be more direct without such open space, sometimes we need our field to be navigated slightly. So the team are just bringing your awareness, your brow, just almost like a blinkers are coming on to care to just navigate you through a correction from the distraction that is around the bringing clarity. And again, we get that field of light that we feel like we've gone through a paradigm as they've upgraded and shifted into wanting to find a direction. Bringing in more awareness of it's like a suctioning of information that is within your field, within your creative centers. They're just moving it into alignment. So just breathe in. And when you breathe in, you're breathing in through the nose, but it's passing over your brow, your brain, around your brainstem and down through your body. And as it does that, it's awakening up your life light, your chakra, your nervous system around your spinal column, traveling down your body. And then we open up again and allow it to relax out. If we calm your person, we calm your body, your mind. Just gentle awakening to concentrated energy drift. And then we relax out. So sometimes it can be a bit much when we border ourselves and blinker ourselves into one thing. We've just allowed it to flow through, and now it's just like we're opening and releasing it through the body, remembering it's a bit like the floodgates open. Our whole bodysuit is source light, receiving information, awakening to different stories and different experiences in our life is going to read the information differently. So when we blinker it, it comes in, and then we open the floodgates and allow it to rush through. And then the rest of you really wants to be a part of it. We're encouraging a specific way of being where it is truth, love, and light. The truth is your bodysuit, your physical form, truly grounding it into your conscious awareness. Come back into the field, the countryside, and notice what's different for you in that space now. You could have transformed into a different time and place. Lots of different pieces of information that are there before that weren't prior. That are there now that weren't before. You don't need to decide what's happening in your life to date. It's more an awareness of helping you regulate what's happening in your bodysuit, clearing out the distractions and awakening you to spirit self to help you become more present in the now, so that we don't get distracted on the planning and the ideas. We are in the living of it. We can pass through information quicker without getting stuck on something, linking us to a storyline and a limiting belief. They're going. So when we blinker you, it's like we are holding you in a space, and that is the only area that can just have this funneling of light codes and information and source, and the rest of the body wants to be a part of it, but we're blinking it. And then we open up the floodgates, and all of a sudden the rest of you are like, yes, we can be a part of this. And more of you rushes in because they were limited before and now they're not. They want to come forward. Your team want to come forward. Your energy system want to be a part of it. And to be a part of it, they had to match what was funneling through. So they had to fit through. They had to fit in. Therefore, story had no place. Imaginings and what ifs had no place with this. It could only be true and real. Just tuning in with your energy chakras, noticing maybe the fullness that they've had that release, the floodgates have opened, they're free, they can then move and find their own timing, find the timing match between them. So all the blocks have been released. The flow has been allowed to come through. So you can be with your breath, you can be with your chakras, you can be with your body suit, you can be with the visualization of the crossroads, the farmland, the timeline that it may have shifted into. But either way, all of you, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, light, spirit self is with your person, is with your creator energy, with your bodysuit in this space, experiencing it as a whole. So the vision now is where you're walking, and as you're walking in this visualization, you're walking within your pot of light. Your field is big and it's circular around you, and you're walking within it. You've got space between your backline and the light field. You are free within the center of your light. And now you start to see the grids, the life lights that are all moving independently of themselves in their circuit. Your body and your person, yourself, spirit self is walking, exploring, and you can see and feel. It's like the globes of life lights. They're all moving independently, but they're in a circular globe around you. All the different connections of you and all the different timelines are moving. And then they align, and again you get another blinkered or tunnel vision connection of all your life lights have interconnected in this one channel, this one piece of information of all your timelines, of all your life lights, your biospheres. And instead of being held, looking into it, you are within it. You're feeling that sense of more protection around you as you are a part of the process now. You are whole and complete within your circuits of energy, and they've connected up and they've given you one thread of connection that creates a pathway. Just try, if your mind goes in to work out what the pathway is, just try to let it relax and come into your breath and your bodysuit as this pathway. It's formed. It's just sometimes our mind wants to know what the pathway is, and therefore it relates back into past experiences. It relates into our life now, and this isn't what that is. This is all your life lights of all your creative energy have interlocked into showing you one connection, one pathway that you may or might have seen. Hei la kai terere hiki tera kai. Hei la 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 ha kai tere hiki. Hei ya 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 ya. Hei ya ya re ki te te ki. Hei ya ya ya. Hei ya. So allowing your eyes, which reads information into your brain, allowing your eyes to close and relax. your brain interpreting information and trying it to match up to what you've experienced before to relax. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Allowing it to flow through your gut. Just trusting the process, trusting the team. The pathway, it's just coordinating your flights to connect up to a pathway to redirect you into some navigational direction of wholesomeness and wholeness where it's not distorted. What it actually is or means will start to form after the session, after you move through the experiences of the DNA and living your life. I did care from listening to this masterclass and going on your way afterwards and sleeping tonight and what you eat and how you move, where you go, and what is all going to play into this creative pathway. And it will slowly start to form. So moving forward after this, and part of the creation aspect of being conscious and aware with our thoughts and our words, and how we respond to that with the emotional responses in our bodysuit, journaling more, taking more kindness to ourselves to create the space to bring in some ideas to this navigational pathway, what you might want, what you might want to experience. It's a bit like the different mechanics of an old clock where it all clicks into place to flow and the cogs are all flowing together. All the different aspects of our human experience will bring into that, moving on from this masterclass. As the creative part of it, as our circuit of light, our life lights, and the fact that we are whole and complete as our bodysuit, mind, body, light within our field of light. We're not trapped or connected or hindering it in any way. We have the visualization of the crossroads to tap into, which is an open space, but we can blinker and get direction to recheck again. And because we were in it consciously as part of our human self and our person, we can feel into those DNA activations and responses in our bodysuit that our body and muscle memory will always know. We just need to create the space to tap into that. And you may or may not want to listen to this again. You may want to go, you may have got what you have needed from this masterclass to just create your own version of it. But the setup has to be done. The breath, the body, the calming, creating the space to be isolated from noise and distractions around you. Hey, hiriki tara hachikatere ki. Hey, la 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 hakatere hiriki. Talalala hakai tarakai. Hey, la 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 hakai tere hiriki. Hey, hiriki toro kumanana hakai. Hey, la 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 hakai tere ki. Haya la 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 hutukuturu komanene hiririki. Haya la 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 hakai tereki. Tayarakai. Haya takate raki tarakai tarokotaraki. Haya nanana hakai puitereki tarakai. Creating DDK light codes for your DNA to separate you from past and present and future. But the fact that you are living all your timelines all at once is not, that's where when we're present with ourselves, we have more access to all of it. But the stories that we hold in our mind, so allowing them to come into your body and clear away and connect with our circuit of light, our pot of light, our biospheres, and the golden grids to align will release the storylines. So there is a process of DNA activations with your team, with your creative energy self, haere care that will need to go through for you to get truth and wisdom and clarity to move forward into something. Haere care, or brain and ego mind will continue to put in past experiences. Haere care, go through the process, breath, body, crossroads, visualization, field of light, tunnel. It's such a good thing to isolate off the noise and distraction where we went through the blinkering, so that we were limiting what came in and what part of us had access to it. So then the rest that was not invited into that access really wanted to be a part of it. So then the floodgates open and all of us rushed in, all of our being, all of our bodysuit, and just every part of our particle. That he te ke tarakai. Haya la 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 hakai. Te ki kaya. Boish ke te takai. Haya la la kai. Just giving you some space to be light, to be free, to float. If you catch yourself holding breath still in certain parts of your body, just recognize it and allow it to flow through, recognizing that you're holding breath and then letting it go. Just noticing the differences when you breathe in, that it's lighter and freer. There's more of an energetic wave that comes through you. It's the sense of plant life growing around your feet and your calf muscles. Giving you the connection to earthly plane, to Gaia, to nature. Allowing the energy centers and the chakras that were sitting forward from you have now just fitted into your bodysuit. It's just absorbed into you. It's like going, whoosh. They're just like really comfortable and warm and at home in their places, correlating organs, correlating structure, correlating endocrine system flowing through. Getting that cycle and timing. And out. Really being able to open up our rib cage, open up our throat, our back line just pulls back and relaxes the cranium, the feet, the ankles. It's like your bodysuit is being opened up, by white light, cleansed, activated. Really getting the physical awareness of your chakras sitting into their structural alignment, the root into your pelvis, the heart chakra into your chest. Your sense of self coming into the lumbar and just like wriggling in. Creative centers just under your rib cage, your throat, the jaw or the throat, the neck, the cervicals. Move your jaw, move your feet, move your pelvis, move your shoulders, take a breath. The universal awareness around your sort of the C7 cervical thoracic connection, top of your shoulder girdle, base of your skull, your brow, your cranium, and your feet. Just flowing as they meet their home place, meet their timing, meet each other again, and they fit in. Again, you feel that whoosh of paradigms as you just body, mind, light gets another layer of connection. You feel that inner joy and fun and sense of self, that you are full of possibilities and opportunities, new awarenesses. And as we allow all those pieces of you, all your life lights, your chakras, your physical, haririke, your masculine, your feminine, your inner child, they like haririke, to fit into place. We then tap back into the vision of the crossroads, the countryside, and how you're moving through it. You are walking on it. You are whole, complete, altogether walking it now. So you can explore and create whatever it is that you want to do. Next steps moving forward that you can take away from this masterclass and play with in your own time afterwards as you go into your practices of presence and awareness in these little pockets of time that you have. It's like baby steps. Start small. When you catch yourself tapping into the memory of the masterclass, just stop and breathe and wriggle your body, and then just see what source shows to you. See what you develop from your DNA strands, what activates for you to then breathe with and feel flow through your body and expand on outwardly. How you sleep tonight will quite likely be very different. You might have to find a different pattern of how you settle into sleep. You might be quite restless. Have a journal next to you if you want, or a recorder, or just play with a different team member that comes through. If you use crystals, bring in awareness that you're really communicating with your crystal and the being that is in that crystal, that's giving the life form to that crystal. What does that crystal mean to you? What do you need to know from that crystal? And sometimes it's just being present and calm and open in all of you to not ask or not know or form a question, and be in the not knowing anything and receiving. Just be open to receive with no idea whatsoever in what direction it's going to go to or what direction it's going to lead you to, because then you've got more freedom with spirit. Spirit can jump forward quicker because you're not limiting it with an idea or a goal or a desire or a thought. Hey, lady care, tarare care, it's free. Hey, 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 hey. Having an awareness of you still within your field of light, your biospheric grids of still moving, and they can move, you can question it, and then they can start off and move. And there's many layers of them, of your life lights, that move around each other, but they fit over a globe of your field of light with you, your wholesomeness in the center of it. And they will always come back to a point, and slowly the layers and the limitations that are correlating with that connection are going to release away, and you'll start to see it more clearly. But you need to be out of it. You need to be out of the telling it and forming it. It's doing and showing you, not you showing it. Harerehereke, darakai tereke, dararehereke, darakai taralahakai tereke. Haya. A tree is coming forward. So if there's a tree in your life that you may have noticed recently, or you move away from this masterclass and then you see a tree, it could be completely new. Just be in its space. Don't just go straight into its trunk and demand or just assume you have approval to be there. It is one of your guardians, so they invite you in. You let go the human ego of we know it all to, hi, nice to meet you. Why am I here? What do I need to know? Or just feeling how you are in your bodysuit and your energy feels in relationship to this tree could be all that you need to know. And eventually you'll get closer and you could sit down next to it, or you could imagine it in your mind's eye, this tree, but still be at home. It could be a time of, we're going into winter in New Zealand, but you could be, I don't know, it could be very wet and windy and snowy in your place of the world. So you might not be outside, but you know of a tree. You don't need to physically go to it. We've experienced that in this transmission. It can be done through visualization and muscle memory of your mind's eye, and then your team to then bring it into your view, and isolating out the rest of your body to what this tree has to offer, what you need to learn from this being, or what it can do for healing you, possibly on a different organ or a chakra system. Awakening and activating a DNA change in your physical awareness. We just had a beautiful white veil of light from the divine creator just blanketed down over us. It just absorbs into our DNA. Just tuning in with your breath and your bodysuit, and you're like feeling and sensing in your mind's eye your activated skin bodysuit glistening with these gossamer pearlescent threads as it absorbs in. So from divine creation to the goddess of earth, we're being healed, our bodysuits being activated, and that just absorbs through us as we live our life. We drink our water, eat the food, that I care, that to be out in nature, tapping in and walking as an essence of creator energy ourselves. It will start to activate more, and again it'll be another layer of clearing and cleansing our DNA strands from limitations and blocks. So coming into our bodysuits, coming into our space where you're listening to this recording. Circle of lights closing as we come into our bodysuit, our awareness with me talking to you, the computer, your space. It's quite good to go for a walk after the activations and the light bodies that have travelled through us to help move away our body structure so that it can get a true physical awareness with gravity and how we move as our person and our body, and it can release all the new parts of us, can work out the new calibrations. Yeah. So thank you for joining me for this masterclass. I've been running Cosmic Team Roundtable sessions, so if you're interested in having a session with me but don't want to have the full session, you just want to tap in for a quick question and a guided meditation and activation to bring us into circuit. There's only 6 people on the class, so that we have enough time to answer the questions in an hour and a half. You make your question as decisive as you can, and then my team and your team, I'll channel through what comes through for you to help you have a deeper understanding with yourself and where you're going and whatever it is that you're working through. You can purchase your seat through my website, vickiwallace.net, and you're looking for Roundtable Cosmic Sessions, Wednesday, 10 a.m. NZ. If you can't join me live, register your seat and then by email send through your question as distinctly as you can. Sometimes when we're thinking of questions, they can change when we're in class because we're going through a grounding and an activation for the present frequencies and how we are within universal awareness at that time. It can shift us and then our question shifts. But either way, I will be able to tune in with you and then you will get the recording after the session closes. So they're very fun and light, and it's a good way to be quick fire and keep it easy instead of being dark and deep. They're fun. My team's fun. Anyway, this masterclass has come to a close. You can receive the archive recording and listen whenever you feel like it. Just keep practicing being within your breath and your body and opening out from there into your field of light, and your team will come through and offer you deeper awareness. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.